Today, on Starfield Essentials, I review a wild creation that reminded me of Alice in Wonderland. This is Sammy and the Lab of Nightmares by Adam Dunmer, available for 800 credits on Creations. I'll give an overview, warnings, my conclusion, and bonus gameplay spoilers. My name is Richard. Let's get started. Overview. Sammy is an achievement-friendly creation, if that worries you. Start this creation by visiting Aquila City and Aggie's bar. Find the drunk bounty hunter sitting outside the bar and speak with him. It's tough to talk about why I liked this creation so much without showing what might be considered spoiler footage. I could show some generic travel or combat, but that would not capture the essence of the creation. Let me describe how I see this creation, and then I will provide some footage that you can choose to avoid if you want. I'll save the most spoilerish content for the end of the video. Sammy is a creation with two main plot lines, or at least those are the ways I interacted with the content. The first plot line involves a lab on Montera Luna that is experimenting on creatures captured by bounty hunters. As a result of this experimentation, the lab has developed a new neuroamp that allows conversations with creatures. Therefore, the first plotline revolves around interactions with one of these creatures and rescuing him from further harm. The first story was okay, but it would not have justified the 800 credit price tag. The second plotline builds on this technical discovery, but goes in a completely different direction. It's possible that casual players who focus on the first plotline could completely miss this second story. If the character finds a cave on the campus of the research lab, it will unlock an incredible subterranean world filled by creatures with whom the character can interact. They've built a feudal society and present something like 6 new quests and many more astounding locations for the player to experience. From this point forward, I'm going to show some content from both stories without giving away all the details. I'll save some of my favorite experiences for the spoiler section. First, let me show the creature for whom the creation is named, Sammy.
I'll answer that one. It's because of this big loser right here. Let me guess, another freaking bounty hunter. If I was out of this cage, oh, you don't even want to know what I would do to you. Here's a hint. It involves you bleeding heavily. And you can go tell your bounty hunter friend that too.
Okay, first things first. Who else thinks that Sammy sounds like Andy Samberg from the Mark Wahlberg Talks to Animals Saturday Night Live skit? Hey Captain, do you like Starfield? I play it every day. I really like the shipbuilder. Say hi to your mother for me. Adam Dunmer put a lot of effort into Sammy. He wrote on the creation page, Sammy will continually receive updates until I consider him fully on par with the game's 4 base companions, Barrett, Andreja, Sam Coe, and Sarah Morgan. However, I didn't really care for Sammy or his attitude, even though I also have a Boston accent. Now, let me turn to the aspects of this creation that really amazed me, the Stonehollow Cave.
Ascend. Meet your destiny.
This is an immense underground complex with several distinct locations. The venue itself is impressive, but it's the inhabitants of this cave system that are the stars of the Sammy creation. The king is probably the most famous and memorable.
Come closer, child. There you are. Now I can get a good look at you. Now I can see clearly. You are mine champion.
Right away, you might have had the same reaction I did. These creature designs are amazing. Typically in Starfield, when you get close to a creature, you have to fight it. Thanks to this creation, you can interact with creatures and get a great look at them. You probably had a second reaction. What amazing voice acting! The creation description says it features over 2,000 lines of dialogue across 70 plus unique NPCs, voiced by an international cast comprised of 17 professional voice actors. I had some concerns about the tone of the voice acting, which I'll mention in the warnings. The creation also made use of a few scripted engagements as well. I mean that the player watched as 2 or more NPCs interacted in a predefined manner, beyond just dialogue. I'll show at least one example in the spoiler section. These are not that common in Starfield, and I thought it was a good design choice to include them. The creation offered several moral dilemmas during the quests. I like having different options which allow role-playing as virtuous, gray, or despicable characters. Next, warnings. I didn't have any technical issues with this creation. I did have a few concerns that warrant your attention. First, I thought that both the Space Mob characters and the Stonehollow Cave inhabitants were caricatures of certain demographics. Basically, the mobsters are over-the-top versions of Italians, and the underground creatures are stereotypical slices of British accents. As you might expect, the king and nobles have posh accents.
Yes, you will do. Yes, I believe you'll do just fine. Well, are you ready to be debriefed, my lord?
The working class and peasant creatures have non-posh accents.
You should try Brunhilde's human. If anybody were to have medicine, it'd be her. The thing is, even if she does, I'm too poor to afford it.
I had the same reaction to the accents in the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. Could you imagine if the dwarves had posh accents for once? I had a second concern about language, and that was the use of so-called adult language. There is so much swearing in this mod that I would not consider letting children play it. Now, Starfield does have a mature rating, but overall it's pretty tame. My biggest concern with swearing is that it's just not needed, in my opinion. I picked up a tendency to swear when I entered the Air Force Academy, decades ago. Within a few months, however, my roommates and I decided there was no need for it, and we collectively agreed to tone it down. I've stayed that way ever since. My third warning is a piece of gameplay advice. Be sure to have a good boost pack. The Underground Kingdom is built on many vertical levels. While it's possible to run everywhere, it's much faster to boost between locations. When doing tasks for the king, for example, boosting your way between him and his subjects is the best way to play. Next, conclusion. Is this creation worth 800 credits? It took me about 5 hours to complete most of the material. After speaking with Adam Dunmer via Reddit, it seems I might have missed another side quest that would have added about 20 minutes more content. I said at the start of the video that Sammy made me feel like I was Alice in Wonderland. The tone, sights, and sounds of this creation, especially in the cave world, take Starfield far into science fantasy, or even just full fantasy. It was a jarring, but ultimately very rewarding experience. If you're still unsure, I include some spoiler footage at the end of the video. Thank you, Adam Dunmer, for your work, and thank you to all my subscribers. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you're enjoying our private Discord server. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. There is no obligation. I use your contributions to pay for drives for capturing footage and to buy creations, like this one, to review. What have you been doing in Starfield? Your insights make this channel a place for positive and honest discussion of the game. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis. If you subscribe, you'll see these posts in your YouTube feed. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the word "The King." Also, remember to ring the bell icon and select all notifications. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. Next, we will have some bonus gameplay spoiler footage. Let's start with some footage from Don Cino's house. He's the mobster star of this creation.
Yeah, Bubba bit them, ain't it?
You see what I mean about this stereotypical accent by the mob boss?
There's a time and a place. This is neither.
There's another one. Okay, let's watch this little sequence. This is pretty cool.
There he is, man of the hour. Sonny, what are you doing here?
Okay, that seemed a little excessive, but it gives you an example of what I was talking about with the vocalizations and the stereotypes, and also the scripted scenes that were just playing out. Next, I'd like to show how I handled Sammy at the end of the creation.
I can't stay here. Yeah, thank you. I'd love to be a member of your crew. I don't want to impose, but... Oh, wait, did you just tell me to go there? Figure things out. Okay, sure, no problem. I'm just a lonesome, guideless little miller whale. Oh, come on. Fine, jeez. Yeah, thanks. Can we...
Oh, I wish I hadn't cut him off before he said, I can't wait to stay here overnight and sleep by all these bodies. Bye, Sammy. The next spoiler involves solving a puzzle. This is in the Plague House Cave, and there's a book you can pick up, and it's called The Angry Alien. And in it, there's a pattern of blue, blue, orange, blue. So the way you put this to work is when you cross this water, you have to touch blue, blue, orange, and blue. And when you look out there, you can see some of the platforms have some kind of blue organism or lighting on them. You want to hit that first. I'm a little bit stuck. There we go. So we're going to hit the first one, the first blue, come down on it. And a musical note plays. Now I need to get to another blue one. And by the way, while you're doing this, you're getting shot at by these turrets. You can't stop. So blue, blue. Now we'll hit orange. There's the note. And now we'll hit one more blue, and that will solve the puzzle and open the door on the far side. And there's the last one. And now we have cleared the puzzle. Even though the turrets keep firing at you, we can open this door and get through. I think I'll finish with the conclusion of one of the quests that you had to perform. Now, in order to get into this next part of the quest, you have to collect 3 bones that are sitting outside. And the problem I had with, once I finished this quest, these 3 bones here, yeah, the Bonekeeper says you need to pick up those bones. So where are they? Where are the bones? Oh, they're right there. So you pick up these bones, and the problem is once you finish the creation, they're still in your inventory, and you can't get rid of them. So you've got these 3 resources that are stuck there, which I didn't like. But let's check this out.
Me lord?
Welcome. What, are you surprised? As far as you can tell. It means you're out of your depth. Okay, yes, I am. My name's actually Rose. Magic? Well, we're scientists, aren't we? Of the xenobiology kind. What do you think? We researched, got results. It's no big deal. I can just, like, you know, turn into an alien beetle if I want. So what?
Help me!
Yeah, I was going to commit a little, you know, just use his bones and stuff.
You were what?
Yeah, it's actually vital to my research, believe it or not. Need the bones of the aliens that we're going to replicate. All that, you know, semantics.
Don't let her take my bones!
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
Messing with me? Your funeral! Just getting started!
That's right, keep moving!
That evil gonna kill me! Thank you, my lord. I owe you my life. Bless you, me lord, bless you. From this day on till the day I die, I will spread unfettered praise of your name, me lord, till the day I die.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got a feel for what this creation is all about.
Good day, my lord.
My name is Richard, and I will see you in the Starfield.